My brother forced our whole family to hit 10,000 steps a day until I discovered what he was really doing at 2 a.m. I was 22 and perfectly content playing video games after my Best Buy shifts when my older brother called a family meeting about our health crisis. Fresh off his promotion to regional manager at his insurance company, he decided we all needed his level of discipline. Starting tomorrow, we're all joining this fitness challenge app, he announced, waving his phone like Moses with the tablets. 10,000 steps every single day, or you get marked as failing in front of the whole family. Mom protested that her arthritis made walking painful, but he cut her off with, exercise helps arthritis. That's just laziness talking. Dad mentioned his 12-hour warehouse shifts were already physical enough, and my brother actually laughed in his face. Walking around a warehouse isn't real cardio, Dad. Then he targeted me directly. And you sitting at that register 8 hours a day is basically signing your own death certificate. He forced us to sync our trackers right there in the living room, adding us to his family accountability group where everyone could see everyone else's stats in real time. The app sent achievement notifications for hitting goals and public shame alerts when someone fell behind. This is about loving each other enough to stay healthy, he said, but the way he configured alerts for every single 1,000 steps looked more like surveillance than love. The torture began immediately as I got 7 shame notifications before lunch because I'd only walked 2,000 steps during my morning shift, while my brother's tracker showed 8,000 from supposedly walking around the office. That night I spent an hour walking circles around our neighborhood like a zombie just to stop the alerts from coming. Within days, Mom was dragging herself to 5 a.m. water aerobics before her hospital shift because it was the only class she could make. Dad dropped $200 on orthopedic shoes and gave up lunch with his work friends to pace walk alone. By week 2, the messages turned personal with gems like, really disappointed in your commitment level when I only hit 9,000 steps. The rage built inside me as I forced myself to run, every step feeling like punishment for a crime I didn't commit. My shins screamed in protest, but the notifications finally stopped. Meanwhile, Mom had infiltrated a mall walking group full of retirees who treated Macy's like their personal track at dawn. Dad transformed into a sweaty mess, biking to work and arriving exhausted before his shift even started. My brother's stats grew more absurd, showing 15,000 steps nightly between 11 p.m. and 2 a.m. I've discovered late-night walks when the air is crisp and the world is quiet, he posted smugly. By week 3, Mom limped through her shifts with plantar fasciitis, while my brother preached about champions pushing through discomfort. Dad's back gave out from biking, but he financed an elliptical just to avoid more shame. I enrolled in a half-marathon program, cursing his name with every agonizing mile. Only our golden retriever Max seemed to benefit, developing the physique of a canine athlete with energy that never quit. My brother's perfect midnight stats finally broke my brain because they showed 3 hours of identical pace without a single variation for a month. When questioned about routes, my brother turned defensive. I vary them for safety. You should too. Something snapped in me that night as I faked sleep, eyes glued to the app like a stalker. At exactly 11 p.m., his steps began their robotic march upward. I crept downstairs, discovering his pristine running shoes, completely dry despite the downpour hammering our windows. His missing car keys told a different story. The truth revealed itself in the garage where I caught him red-handed, carefully wrapping his fitness tracker around Max's furry neck. Time for your walk, buddy, he cooed as our dog exploded into the night while my brother slipped into his car. My blood boiling, I grabbed Mom's keys and tailed him to a sketchy strip mall where he vanished through an unmarked door behind a vitamin shop. The basement looked like Amazon's rejects had mated with a frat house, folding tables groaning under shipping labels and boxes of garbage masquerading as products. My brother hunched over 3 laptops while Max presumably gave our neighborhood the cardio session of the century. These phone cases look nothing like the listing photos, he muttered, Control-Ving his way through customer complaints. I stepped forward and he launched counterfeit AirPods across the room. What are you doing here? I held up my phone showing 22,000 steps and counting. Mom hobbles through the mall at 4:30 a.m. with other arthritis sufferers. Dad blew $800 he doesn't have. I run 5 miles every night hating every step. His business partner burst in shrieking, the toilet destroyer tea is at 400 refunds and some lady says her bathroom is a biohazard. My brother went white. He told our parents the next morning that the challenge was over and only Max seemed upset, whimpering at our abandoned shoes like a personal trainer who'd lost his only clients.